Hey there, this is Pia from Metal and High Heels, standing here at Metal Female Voices Fest with Aziza Poggi-Ortiz from ARIA FLAME. Hello, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm fine too, thank you. I saw on your homepage that you're up to release an album called Sunriser at late 2016, early 2017. What can you tell us about the new album?
It's going to be a concept album. Like the first album, A World of Silence, is a concept album. We're going to carry that theme on to the next one. I basically write about my life experiences. And the last 2 years, I've had some really great things happen. And of course, we all have bad things that happen. So I write about both. And basically, it's going to be a little more edgier. I'm mixing more of the vocal style, still keeping with some classical, but I'm going to be doing more aggressive vocals on this album. And Daniel, our guitarist, is going to do some backups as well, which it was just me on the first album. We're going to have a guest vocalist, maybe two if possible. But it's going to be, and Yope, of course, is going to have his keyboards on it this time, which the first album he joined right after the debut album came out. So you're going to hear everybody, the new lineup, pure, and more Dan. And Dan also did a lot of composing on this album as well. I composed some, he composed some, and then we co-composed together. The first album, most of it was me composing. And then I had a session guitarist before Dan filled his spot. So there's a lot more of evolution in this album, I would say. But it's going to be also some heavier, but we're going to have a couple ballads as well.
Was it difficult to let go, or is it a kind of relief that you don't do the songwriting all on your own now?
I actually enjoy it more because Dan has really shined as a composer, and he'd show me some songs. And early on when he joined, I'd say, that reminds me of Nightwish. I don't want to imitate, because he loves Nightwish. Of course, a lot of people do, but I said, reminds me too much of Nightwish. Let's do something else. And then he would listen to other music and, had his own inspiration, and then he'd bring me another song. I go, I love that. That's awesome. Let's keep with that. And so there were some songs that, like I said early on, I was like, it's great, but it just reminds me of them. So now he's really, progressed as a composer. He feels, implanted. He feels comfortable. In the beginning, he was a little more, finding his place. And, that's hard to do at first.
Yes.
Now he's very comfortable, and he's really just shined. I'm really impressed with Dan because the songs he was writing, I went, wow, that's unbelievable to me. I think people are going to be impressed with Sunriser. I think they're going to see a big jump from our musicianship in it. So I'm really excited to get it going, and we're recording right now. We have a couple more songs we decided to add on to the album, so that we are pushing it into early 2017, middle of 2017. So we want to have a nice, catalog for everybody to hear.
Cool, I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Will we hear you growl or something?
I'm sorry, what?
Will we hear you do growling, the harsh vocals or
Oh,
something?
I won't do the guttural.
No.
I'm
Okay.
too terrified. I'd blow up my voice. I teach voice as well. So it's a territory I probably won't go, but I'm doing more aggressive, spit and phlegm vocals in it as well.
Ah,
I
cool.
won't do the guttural.
You said you wrote about happy things in your life, so one of them might be your wedding.
Yes, I married my college sweetheart. We've known each other 7 years now. We split up briefly for a couple years because college was getting in the way. We met at college, and it was getting in the way of his school and working full time, and it was just very difficult. But we stayed friends that whole time. And then we regrouped when time allowed us to, and he asked me to marry him, and we're happy as can be.
Cool. Some things are meant to be.
Yes, yes, indeed.
How was your wedding?
It was glorious. We had a red and black wedding theme. We didn't have traditional white. We're our own people. Our favorite colors are red and black. So I wore a red wedding dress and a red and black veil. He wore black and red, and our closest family and friends were there at the reception because we basically eloped at our wedding in March. And then we had a nice big reception for our family in July. and it was just everything I imagined. It was
Cool.
beautiful. Yeah.
Happy to hear that. You did a video for My Own Little Hell, but it's more like a photo slideshow.
No, it's definitely a music video, but there are some black and white elements into it. So it does remind me of an old, 1940s movie a little bit. And we had Grace Meriden be a guest
Ah, cool.
actress in it. So we're still working out the date because the director is having a child on the way. He's finishing 2 other movies, and he's hoping November it should be released very soon.
Okay, cool. Something else we can look forward to. You put all your lyrics on the website for the fans that they can read it. How important are lyrics for you?
Very. I write from what's happening inside of me, and I have to be real about it with our music, because I just feel that's where my emotion comes out, is my lyrics and what I'm thinking about when I'm singing or writing a song. It has to mean something to me. The words have to mean something to me. And before, with my old band Endura, I would write a lot about Egyptology. That's another thing I'm very intrigued about. But I don't think it was as emotional because the context and the lyrics weren't coming from an actual piece of my life. It was more, oh, I like Egyptology, I'm going to write about it. And there were some songs that became more emotional later on, but I just feel like with ARIA FLAME, it really needed to come from my soul and my life experiences, and the phoenix and our imagery is a representation of me in a way, evolving as life goes.
Yes. Mentioning Egypt, you have another band called SCARAB'S Empire. And I read it's called Egyptian or Egypt metal, something like that.
It has a Middle Eastern feel to it, which I am part I'm Lebanese, and I have a little Egyptian blood in me. So I always been fascinated with that vocal melody and the vocal style. It's called the Maqam scale. It's very different from Western music. It's Eastern scales. And I've trained in that with a Middle Eastern keyboardist. He taught me how to sing that way. So I still am very inspired to do that, and that was why SCARAB'S Empire was created. It's a little more slower paced because I'm busy, he's busy. We get together when we can, but we're working on that for 2017 as well.
Cool. Yeah. Here at Metal Female Voices Fest, you are with your project Aziza World Fragrances. And you just finished a crowdfunding campaign for your Perfumers Organ.
Right.
Yes, tell us about that, please.
I just ordered it end of September. I put my order in for it. They have it all. The Perfumers Organ is basically a display with 3 tiers. It has little drawers built in it, so that way I can work more efficiently when I'm making a perfume. It's so difficult right now because I just have a flat table, and I have to pull the oils as I do a formula, a recipe at a time. I don't have an organization system like the organ has for me, and all the big perfumers have them. So with having the press come in and take photos, or if I'm going to do a live custom perfume, which is what I'm going to open my doors for, it's just not presentable to do it the way I'm currently doing it now. Oils fall over, things get mixed around too easily. Having that nice cabin, that organ system, I can just work and pull as I'm going.
Yep.
And it makes my time cut down so much.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, so and the campaign went awesome. It was the first time I ever ran a campaign. It was very tense at times because I had no idea what was going to happen. But I achieved it, and I'm so grateful for everybody who supported, including you. Thank you. And, I'm working my dream, and I absolutely love that. So.
Do you have some new fragrances in your mind which you want to try out then?
Yes, I definitely want to make 2 more male scents for 2017. I'm a little more ahead with the female ones. I have about 13 female perfumes, 9 male ones. So I'm going to catch up with the females, have the even numbered. And then I do have 1 female one I'm working on for 2017 as well. It's like a gourmand like if you like chocolate and vanilla, it's going to be very sweet where you want to eat it off your skin. And that's one I don't have in my perfume line right now, so I'm going to make a gourmand. But the male ones, there's some my husband's helping test what I come out with right now. And he's a perfume lover too. And if he don't like it, I start over and, okay, what didn't you like? And you know, he's got a good nose. So definitely have a few working in the works right now.
Coming back to music, you played on Friday here on stage. How did you choose your songs?
Because it was acoustic, we decided to do one representation for ARIA FLAME. So we picked the ballad, which is My Own Little Hell. And it does sound the most nice, you know, with an acoustic instead of the other ones wouldn't have worked as well for that. So that was the best one there. We definitely wanted to represent the band a little here. And then actually Carolina was going to sing with us from Skeptical Minds, the Fairy Queen from Blackmore's Night, but she couldn't make it. But that was her song choice because she was going to guest sing with us. And I said, that's a great song. And it kind of sounded Celtic. I like that. And then she couldn't be here, and I said, do you mind if we still sing it? And I'll give you a shout out. She said, oh, I love that. So we kept that in the set. And then I guess sang with Mercy Isles singer Cassie as well. And I was singing her song, Saying Goodbye, when we were on tour together back in November. So I already knew that song.
Yeah. Okay. My last question, we are here at Metal Female Voices Fest, and there was a discussion about this, if we still need the term female-fronted metal. What are your thoughts about that?
How do I feel about it? It doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people, but when I buy music, the first thing through my head is it male or female vocals? What am I in the mood for? Because it is a totally different voice. The female voice has more elegance and sultriness than a male's does. And sometimes I'm in the mood for male singers, sometimes I'm in the mood for female. So to me, I like the title, personally. I understand the stigma some women don't like with it. But personally, to me, I wouldn't mind if you say male-fronted. That's usually what I ask. Is it male or female-fronted? That's the first question I ask when I'm hearing a new band. So it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Is there something else you want to say to your fans?
If you are wanting to keep up to date on our new album, Sunriser, coming out, I would go to our website, ariaflame.com. You can join our mailing list and get the inside details before we release it to the public. And if you're interested in my other projects in perfume, just go to azizaworld.com. But I wanted to thank everybody for supporting me and my band, and without you, we would not be growing as we are.
Thank you.
Thank you.